Hello and welcome to the Button Mashers Raid Guide. I am our Moonkin, and today we're going to be showing you normal Elegon 10-man. This is actually our second kill. The first one went a little sloppier, but we got some new strategies for this one. So, pretty much on the pole, you want to make sure you get all your cooldowns, especially if you have people that are still gearing up kind of low on DPS, because it makes the fight a lot easier if you can get that first phase down to 2 adds. I mean, it's probably possible to do it in 1 ad if everyone's pulling a lot of burst, but you know, it's class dependent, probably not going to work very well for most groups. So, pretty much important things for this phase: make sure that your one tank is taking Elegon to the side, so that way the healers have range on him when they're running out to drop their stacks. And as far as the ads go, it's very important that your off tank does not pull them out before there's 25% or less health. Otherwise, it's going to delay your DPS and make it impossible to do this in 2 ads. So, the other important thing too is if you have casters, you know, mages, Moonkins, demo locks, anyone that has high damage nukes, you want to make sure that you're not slamming a huge nuke on the ad before it's out, because sometimes you'll kill it inside the spark thing, which could also cause a problem. We actually end up doing that on the second phase, and you'll see our warrior actually dies and have to res him. So, now for the orbs, what we found works best is you don't really worry about stacks for the first set. Pretty much the most important thing here is to get as much damage on the boss as possible. You get 15 seconds of free nuking him, basically. And then pretty much we just designated a DPS for each orb, and everyone reset their stacks after the first orb phase. Once you do that, you're good to go for the rest of this phase without having to reset. I periodically will just do it because I can cast from the edge anyway, so there's no reason not to. Starfall helps my side out a lot with this, and as you can see, there's a lot of randomness with my nukes, so sometimes I'll kill them in 1 cast, sometimes it'll take like 3 or 4. So that's also why it's important for each side to have your range split up, because if the range can get their ad down early, they can help the other one out. Like the hunter helps me when his ad dies, and vice versa. So this phase is actually what really makes or breaks the fight, because if you can't get enough orbs down, you're not going to get enough stacks on the boss. It's going to make your burn phase longer, and it's going to make the second transitional phase longer as well, because you have a lot more health to take off the second time you go into phase 1 compared to the first. What we do right after this is we split up, and the way we did it was we had all of our DPS focus on 1 orb per side, so we made 2 groups with 2 DPS each, and then me and the Warlock each basically soloed one of the pillars from range, try to get the group all in 1 spot or close together if possible, because that makes it easier to kind of group up the ads, which you'll see in a second as well. Now, what works best here, honestly, is just try to get your DPS as split up as possible on the pillars, just get them down as quick as possible. And then what we do is we both just come to a conversion point at the council in the center, which again makes it really easy to clump up ads. Then we all run in. The other thing this does nicely is prevents people from getting hit with the breath as the tank rushes in to pick the boss up when the floor comes back. We've had people fall through the floor on attempts, which I don't really understand how you do that, because you have so much time. To be honest, if you're really on top of it, you can hit a couple dots or nukes on those pillars while the floor charge is still going on, and before you step out. But you really need to like know the timers on that if you're going to do that, because otherwise it'll just wipe you. So here it's pretty much repeated the first phase. You just get the ads out. We have a raid cooldown rotation. We have 2 paladins, so we got 2 devotion auras, and our Death Knight tank also drops anti-magic zone, like right by the council. So some people don't really even need it, but it is helpful. It helps a little with healer mana. You'll see in the last phase, I actually do a lot of healing, and our shaman does a lot of healing as well. Any of the damage cooldowns that basically replicate damage into healing are very, very good for the last phase of this fight, because you're doing essentially 3 times the damage you would normally do between the debuffs on the boss and the buff you get. You would also do 50% more healing. So you actually see at the last phase I have a 218k smart heal go off on one of our raid members just because I had a nuke that hit for like 700 and it just replicated the healing. And as you saw there too, our warrior died. That's because we were pretty bad and didn't get that one ad out. So sometimes it just happens, like if everyone hits it at the same time, they don't really have that much health, so like that was a good ad. That's pretty much how you want to do it. So here we push the next transition. Again, same thing as before. We found going for 4 orbs works the best. I mean, you could technically probably kill a 5th set of orbs, but I really don't see a situation when you would need that, at least not for normal mode. So when the 5th set of orbs starts to come out, we just get as much damage on the boss as possible. Like I think we push him right below about 100 mil here before everything's said and done. So pretty much just same thing as before. As you can see, I try to transition myself where I have either Eclipse rolling for the next ad, which allows me to get buff dots and everything, makes it easier for me to kill them. So if you have any Moonkins with trouble with ads, that's some good advice. And there was a good crit there. So after that, and I just channel Communion here because Starfall helps tremendously with the ads on our side. So I'll pop Starfall right here and you just see random 50k bombs on all of them. So, and then, so we got the ads down, other side. Our rogue was a little slow there, but he got it. So, right here, pretty much just burn boss, doing triple damage. You can get a couple % off for free here, make your burn phase a lot easier. And then, and like I was talking about right here, like I could have been on the floor a little longer, got some buff dots off. It's definitely something to do for next time. It's hard to think of these things because the entire fight I was just kind of directing where people should go and stuff, so it's hard to think of little tips like that, but anything that can help you squeeze out a little more damage will definitely help with heroic mode on this, because the fight isn't really all that changed. There's just a different way of handling the ads is pretty much the main change for it. And then once again we got the ads here, so just clumping everything up, getting everything in one spot, and then what we do as soon as the floor comes up, we're just gonna run in and kind of just let the ads slowly get killed as we're running in. They don't really have a lot of health, deal a lot of buffs. So in the burn phase, I think ours lasts exactly 40 seconds, so you just want to get on the boss as quick as you possibly can and pop Luster Hero as soon as you are all clumped up. Our burn phase lasts almost exactly 40 seconds, and as you can see, like the amount of damage you can do here is amazing. It's actually really fun. Important things here, other than having all of your cooldowns up, are that everyone should have a DPS pot. There's no reason not to. It helps a ton with the damage, and you know, your healing and defensive cooldown should also be up. There was no reason for me to even pop Shrink because Nature's Vigil heals for so much here anyway, it doesn't even matter. And then pretty much you get loot. So the other nice thing too is to get the achievement. If you do the pillars the way we did, you just get it. So it's an easy way to knock your achievement out as well. We will be coming up with more of these guides, so feel free to follow our channel. Going to be doing a lot of hard modes coming up. So, all right, thanks guys, and feel free